Okay, so for all you new hunters out there that are a little intimidated with gutting out a pig for the first time, it's really not that complicated. For you deer hunters, it's pretty much the same thing, except you really don't want to get any feces on any of your meat from a pig. Deer, you can get away with a little bit. So it's got its pros and cons, you know, of gutting it out in the woods or gutting it out at home. Obviously, it'll make a mess. You'll get leaves and stuff up inside here. But the truth is 20% of this animal's weight is guts right now. And if I got a long drag, you've just got to do it. So I'm going to jump right in it. This is a male. Allison just killed this thing about 15, 20 minutes ago. Now, the testicles don't have to worry, no nothing. So first thing I like to do, I like to go through, give a nice little slit, and we're going to remove the testicles. We don't really have to worry about juices or anything nasty like that. My knife today, I'm using just a little teeny tiny knife. You don't need a big knife. You never have. All those guys that carry giant, huge ones don't need to. Now, the one thing you do have to worry about is the urinary tract is going down like this. This tube all the way down here, you can actually feel it. You don't want to accidentally cut that. Now I'm going to go both sides of the nuts. And see what happens is this is actually going to be my start anyways for my field dressing. Okay, now, you see the two tubes? You can just cut them. It's not the end of the world. Not gonna do anything. Don't worry about it. Okay, now we're gonna bring them down. Now see, the urinary tract is right there. We don't wanna cut that. Guys, my terms and lingo may not be the correct ones for it. It's just, I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV. So all the way down. Let's see, that's all urinary tract. We do not,
do not cut the third
cut
tube.
that. Some of you guys are watching that have been hunting for a long time, and you're going to criticize this video. Don't worry about it. You can do it your way. I would like to do it my way. That is clean. So now testicles are removed. Yes, I exposed some meat right here. However, it still has that membrane on it. Next, we're going to cut around the anus. Okay, I like to try to cut through, deal with the skin first. All right, both sides. And a good sharp knife is more important than anything you could ever do. Now, take the tail. This is the trick. Cut along the bone.
Before you do this, make sure you remove any feces that's in the anus.
Yeah, it still has some in there, but we'll work with it. Now you see the separation? Okay. Now, both sides are pretty much cut-ish. All right, now, we've got to bring this whole urinary tract down. Some of you guys will just take this animal and just cut it off right here. And urine sprays all over it. Also, same thing with the anus, they'll cut it off. We don't do that. We leave everything intact. Now we're gonna come up. Now, here's the catch. I know you guys are gonna laugh, but there may be some urine, so we're gonna give this a squeeze. Nothing, we're good, okay. See, I wanted to make sure that no urine was gonna come out right now. Now we're gonna follow this up to get the rest of the urinary tract down. Very carefully. I like to actually go here most of the time. There we go. You don't want to leave too much skin to pull through, because when we pull everything through on the bottom, it can get
Yeah, we're going to be pulling this through the hole that we're going to make between the hams.
Yeah, Allison explains it quite well. I just do. I'm not very good at explaining these days.
And the more you have to pull through, the harder it is, and the more chance you have of some urine getting sprayed out and stuff.
You see that? So we're going to cut around. And a deer is the same exact thing. Now you see this whole thing, the whole penis, everything is going to come down with this. If you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. Don't worry. I've made mistakes. Don't tell Allison. Now you see, I just pulled that right down. Now we're going to bring this down to the anus. Don't worry about these. These are glands. Not the end of the world.
Removed later on.
Okay, so everything is down towards the anus now. Towards it, but we're still not quite done there. I like to give this a tug and just slowly work both sides. What it is the pelvic bone right here is, you got the hole and then the pelvic bone. So we're going to cut along the pelvic bone so everything is freed down to here. So right here, see that little spot? Nice and gentle. And we're just pulling everything from here the whole time. Both sides. All right, switch. Biggest problem is this pig was headshot, so there's still a lot of blood. Come on. Come loose. There it is. Now you see that? I'm just going as slow as I can so you can kind of see.
You kind of zoom in there.
See that? That's pelvic bone. You could hear it. Now we're going to cut along the whole edge of the pelvic bone gently. And I'm pulling the whole time. I'm holding on to that urinary tract. I'm holding on everything. I need a stick because we got a little doo-doo muffin going on. That's one thing I always forget to get is a stick to keep with me. So you just keep working both sides.
There's one behind you.
There's a stick where?
It's a little one right behind you.
Oh, that'll work. So I do not want doo-doo muffin near anything, so we're just going to pull that and push it out of the way. Because when I pull through, I don't want it there.
You don't want it being squeezed out when it gets squeezed through the pelvis.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Some people will zip tie, but...
Yeah, I don't know about that. I've never done it. Okay, back up a little bit because I'm going to go along this side a little bit more. Oop. And like I said, guys, it's not a race. You know, whenever I've done these videos, people are like, I could do it in 10 seconds. Well, congratulations. All right, while holding up, I'm going to finish cutting underneath the tail. Going to go left. Okay, now I think I got it enough, so I'm going to give it a good hard pull. No, I still have a little bit more to go. I think that was it right there. Good hard pull. See that? So everything let loose. So now when I pull this, it's actually pulling up on the stomach. So I'm done, except I still have a little doo-doo muffin. I know you guys are laughing. Some pigs do it, some pigs don't. Deer are not so bad. Okay, now we're good. Now all of that can be laid down flat. Next, now we open up the chest cavity. I like to start, most people would think you would start right here. I don't. I like to start up here at the sternum. You could feel that hard bone. It's just like the one that's on my chest right here. It's where my ribs meet and everything. So you're gonna feel that. And the reason being is everything down here, you don't want to puncture. This is the danger zone. You don't want to make a mistake. However, everything forward of the sternum, heart, liver, lungs. So I could take my knife and stab and cut and saw and do whatever I got to do, and it's not going to affect my meat.
You start up there, you can get a finger hold and get a space down there that you can...
That too.
You can pull up and separate.
So, right here. So I'll take that, and I'm going to go all the way in. Now, I also do some things a little bit different than other people too. See, I'm just cutting right into that bone. Pigs are fattier too. Okay, now I'm going to come all the way over. No, I got it. I'm trying to show everybody how to do it by yourself. So here's the sternum. I'm going to come in. I'm going to finish the piece of skin. Okay. Very, very gently. Just kind of completing what I got to do right here. Now, I'm going to use my fingers to kind of manipulate and twist and pull and to try to get down just like that. Get your two fingers in. What you're going to do is you're going to use your knife to to protect. You're going to push all the intestines down, but you're going to use your knife to cut all the way down. See, I'm still cheating and not doing that in some of it. Like I said, hogs are thick. There we go, just like that. Now, I'm not even down into the intestines yet.
No,
there we go.
Right there.
Gonna go up. Okay, see how you could start seeing it? This is what everything is going to separate. Now, I'm going to keep going up, though, first. If you guys are going to mount your boar, do not do this. See, you can actually see the liver and everything right there. I end up splitting the chest plate in order to give me a better handhold up in. Like I said, there's nothing dangerous that you can cut right here, right now. So we're going to come up holding the knife firm, and I am splitting the chest plate. I always do it, but don't do this if you're going to mount it or something like that. See that? There's the heart. Look how low that heart sits on these animals. Okay, now I'm going to finish doing this. Pretty happy with that. I'm going to work both sides here. Oh, no.
Oop, there goes all the blood.
Yep, all that blood.
Should have kind of cut the neck or something.
Yeah, I should have. When I said oh no, that's not a bad oh no. It's just lots of blood, so it's going to be hard for you guys to see. That's why I'm just trying to do this as gently and clean. Okay. See, everything opened up right now. You got heart, you got lungs, you got liver, everything in there. Now, carefully.
Cut that diaphragm.
Yeah, I'm going to cut the diaphragm a little bit this time. Normally I would go right into here, but I figured it's so nice and open right now. So everything is open. Carefully try to give this a pinch. It's not letting me.
You haven't cut the whole way down.
No, I haven't, because I'm doing that right now.
Okay.
There we go, got it right here. All right, so got that little nick in there. Now, I can go up and just pretty much tear. And go all the way down, all the way. And this is the part that's most important, not to puncture anything. So I got my hands in.
Yeah, this is your last protective layer.
Yeah. Okay, still going. And I bring it all the way down to the pelvic bone, as far down as I really can. Sometimes there's some membrane in there that'll hold. Pushing everything down. That's good enough. See, all this, we don't want to puncture any of this. Now, it gets a little complicated doing it by yourself. Notice I kneel on the legs a lot. So I'm going to kneel on this side, and I'm going to cut that, honey,
Diaphragm?
diaphragm. All right, that's the one side diaphragm. You able to see that? All right, now I'm going to switch, and I'm going to do the opposite side diaphragm. You can stay right where you're at. That way you can really see. Sure. See, this is the diaphragm right here. Still being careful not to cut anything else. So you can almost pull. Now, heart, liver, lungs, trachea, esophagus, trachea, whatever you guys want to call it. You know what it is because it'll feel like an accordion. So I'm squeezing forward of the lungs. And this is going to be my handhold the whole time. Okay. Holding on to the heart, trachea, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm pulling and keeping it held. I'm going to take my hand in and I'm going to grab the last of the diaphragm and hopefully just be able to pull it off. There it goes. So still pulling, not squeezing the guts. It's most of it. Now, see, it's still holding that piece right there. Are you able to hold with your left hand, honey?
Do you want me to slice that?
Well, I want to show people. Hold that up. So because it's still pretty tough, we're just going to grab the last of it and cut it with our knife. It's tricky when you're by yourself. It's always easier to do it with two people. That's about it. Pulling and pulling and pulling. Now watch. This is the big no-no right here. That's the urine tract, the bladder. So you see this now, everything is gonna get pulled up and through. Oh, it broke. It broke. That's all right. But look, it broke, however, it didn't break inside here at all. That's the problem pulling it sometimes, and that's it. You see, even though the poop chute broke, I saw it broke, it didn't break inside here, didn't make any sort of mess.
Everything's still nice and clean.
And you can see this is completely hollow. Now when we drag, see there's some leaves and stuff, the good news is you're not eating the tail. We've got a little bit of dirt here, a little bit of dirt there. Everything is fine. Now,
you've got your guts in one big
pile. We'll dump the blood out. And that's it. And the blood is kind of nice because it kind of gives it that final rinse. But this is it. This is everything all in one. It's clean. It's very, very clean. See, other people would have just taken it right now and brought it all the way down. When we were down in here and getting ready to pull, they would have just cut. A lot of people are like, oh, you just cut it right there. All of that feces and urine would be splashing around inside here that was remaining down in this lower area. Like I said, although ours broke right there, I saw it, I caught it, stopped it, pulled everything out, never actually touched any meat. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, and yeah.
Follow us on Facebook and
follow us on Facebook
Instagram.
and Instagram too, I guess. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
The end.